My name is Shanelle Smith. It's spelled Shanellesmith. Both of my parents had very little education. My dad, however, was gung-ho on making sure that me and my brother graduated high school. He wasn't going to have it any other way. By the time I was 16, I'd moved out on my own place. I worked 2 jobs, and I went to school every single day. I was determined to graduate high school and go to college and do something with myself. Little did I know life was gonna, throw me a curveball, and it did. I worked as an information associate, and during the time that I worked there, I actually didn't have a car because I was determined to make sure my kids didn't have to experience homelessness or go without. I'd walk. I'd leave home at like 1 o'clock in the morning, walking. I finally got a car. I bought a car on a Monday, and I was laid off on a Wednesday, the same week. They had this massive layoff of about 300 people, and it just so happened that I was in that cut. While I'm waiting on unemployment, bills are piling up. I'm looking for other employment. First car payment rolls around a month later, and I'm going, this is really bad. I have 2 degrees now, and all the degrees in the world didn't matter because I still didn't have a job. You wonder, okay, what's the purpose of, going to school, you get the education, and then you still can't find a job? That probably sent me to where I was in just a depressed state. When the sheriff came and knocked on the door and gave me my papers, and they said, you've got 3 days to go. I had no idea where we were going, what we were gonna do with our things. It was really, really hard. The hardest part was explaining to my girls that we didn't have anywhere to go. When you step out and go stay with someone else, that's a scary feeling. And as soon as they get comfortable, they're uprooted again. And I got to thinking, somewhere it has to be easier than what I'm experiencing. And then I began to just question how many other single parents are going through what I'm going through. I can't be the only one. I know I'm not the only one. So how do I change it? That night I woke up about 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I had the biggest vision in the world, and I thought, oh my God, that's how I'm gonna change it. And I began writing out everything that I would see in my vision. I began to write out how I wanted to change the lifestyle and the disappointments that our single parents are going through. That's when I came with the thought of my own nonprofit, the Village of Arkansas. I ended up being a part of CAFC because my daughters attend the Our Club after school program. The director of our club, she kind of pulled me to the side and said, hey, I really think you need to look into this. You've got goals, you've got ambition, but this is what this program does. And then she said, I'll get you hooked up with Mr. Chris. He's awesome. And I told her, I said, well, I'm kind of doing my own thing right now. I've got so much going. I came up with every excuse in the book to not talk to him. But I'm glad that I did. I came in wanting it to be a learning experience so that I could see how to channel my program, how I would deal with my own clients. And coming into CAFC actually turned out to be the best decision that I'd ever made for me and my girls. Chris was my support system. When I met him, I said, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I didn't have a job, but I said, I'm looking for one, and I'm gonna have one by this date, because I had him pushing me. Hey, how's the job search going? You know what? I got a job. I said, so my next step is I'm gonna get a place. I'll have a place by this date. And I did it. I'm just grateful to be able to continue to provide for my family. I feel like there's no point in dwelling on the negative aspect of it. All I see is that my children are happy. I see that they're not wanting for anything. And I see a future that I couldn't see, a year or two before. I see a very positive and vibrant and bright future for me and my family. Mr. Chris, he has not for one day let up off of me, with my vision for the village of Arkansas. He said, I believe in it. It's needed. Now, what are you doing to bring it into life? What are you doing to bring it to life? And so every day I'm working, and I'm hoping to change lives the same way meeting him changed my life.